What's up, everyone? Welcome back. It's Forgotten Circus. Wow. All I can say is wow. Wow. House of the Dragon, season two, first episode premiere dropped or whatever. So, this is exactly how you do television. Take notes, Disney. This thing is a masterpiece. It only gets better. This episode alone, and I know I'm probably going to get some backlash. And I love the first season. The first season's phenomenal. They are back on track with the Game of Thrones universe. But this episode, to be honest with you, it beats every episode in season one, in my opinion. But this show is so good. It's a cinematic masterpiece for television that on the silver screen would probably get Academy Awards. But you never know. That might be in the future. They may do a Game of Thrones in the movies. We may go to a movie theater, watch some story, whatever. But first of all, it's so there's I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be spoilers. Probably not all the way in spoilers, not explanation, but it's gonna be spoilers because it's that if you haven't watched it, then there's an issue. And another thing too, if you're not all Team Black now, I've chose my side. I told you in the other videos, Team Black all the way. This will make you realize, like, yeah, go Team Black. So when it first starts, what I noticed, they just the intro, the new intro is amazing. I like the knitting, the sewing. You know, yeah, it works. It definitely works. It's new. I know they want to start off fresh and kind of be like, yeah, we still use like that concept from Game of Thrones. I love that. That was great. It worked perfectly, and I'm pretty sure they're going to change it every time, like how they did in Game of Thrones. It changes every time. Certain realms aren't there anymore. Certain situations come up in it. Great, but darn, I did not realize that you were going to take us right to Winterfell. And that guy, Cregan's, I want to see more Cregan Stark. Wow. To see Winterfell, it still looked good. There were some towers missing because, it's a couple hundred years before. But the intro to that and just Winterfell is so amazing. Obviously, you can see Team Stark, Team Targaryen. Yeah. And that guy, that actor, his voice, there's something about that guy. That guy's voice is like piercing in a good way. He should be the narrator of life. If there was anybody that narrated like life, like you could hear a narration, it would be this guy. Amazing actor. I need to see more stuff that he's in. Maybe I didn't recognize him, but Winterfell looks amazing. And him and Jay, you could tell him and Jace are really they've already formed that bond. So it works where you didn't show the whole initial and then what is it, Sarah Snow yet? Well, we don't know yet. It's only the first episode, so we don't know what happened in Winterfell. But to see the Night Fort, the Wall, the Night's Watch, and how they pick them, and you pick up the Black Stone again. You remember that? You get the Black Stone, you go in the Night's Watch. That was amazing. It was amazing. And I forgot how big Ice is. And that's a big guy. He looks like he's a taller guy, you know what I mean? Because when he's carrying it with Jace, it looks like, damn, I'm carrying like this. I got this concrete block on my back while I got to walk. You know, he played it well. Like, he's really holding that thing like, yeah, it's for ceremony anyway, like beheadings and stuff. I use my other one. But that moment when the Raven came. And what before that though, I did like how they did hint at the White Walkers thing. Maybe they'll fix it eventually in Winds of Winter. But I did like how they showed Cregan's concern. He did brought it up. My ancestors didn't build a 700-foot wall to keep out. What did he say? not wildlings, but savages and something else, and then Jace says to him, then what they build it for? Death. And that part when he turns and then they cut it off, it was a perfect cut off. So he's like, yeah, I like that. And then he gets the Raven, and the way I took it, the way how Cregan looks at Jace in that scene is like, bro, I'm so sorry. But then he's thinking in his mind too, like, this is the pact of ice and fire. This is the war, the dance of the dragons. Even in the north, in this cold snow and the cold winters, Cregan, he's just so wise. He's just like in the book, but like now you get to visually see it. So I'm going to go on for that. And I just want to go with Team Green doesn't know anything that's going on. Like they're all over the place. Alicent definitely cannot keep control of her children. That's obvious. Helena's an angel. She's a sweetheart. I'm going to get into Helena later in the video. She's a sweetheart. Poor girl. But so you got old Otto and Clubfoot. They're both conspiring technically against her. It kind of reminds me of like Varys again. Varys and Littlefinger with the two of them. But she has no problem. Alicent, or she's not queen anymore, but Alicent she's losing control. You're seeing her lose control. Like literally lose control. And she's too busy with her little boy toy, Christian Cole. Christian Cole, you're such a simp. For somebody that's so strong and so good of a fighter, you have a problem around women. It's like you cower. But you know what? Everybody meets their fatal end. I'm not going to spoil too much of that. Everybody, well, And then Clubfoot, he's just doing his thing. He got all the secrets. Everybody's starting to know what's going on with Alicent. And then she want to go in there so they call this small council. And then Aegon, see, he's a tricky character. In the book, you hate him. But in the show, you're like, oh, damn, he's kind of good. Then he's evil again. You're like, Jesus, this guy is like bipolar. But so she can't control. So she's in the throne room, and then Aegon makes the choice. And why doesn't anybody listen to Helena when she says stuff? And I know I'm missing stuff in here because there's so much, and I can make this video an hour and go step by step. If you watch it, you'll understand, you'll follow. But so like, why would you? And nobody listens to Helena at all. She's a dragon dreamer, people. And you got all these smart people and all these Targaryens on the other side of the Greens that if they read their history is full of dragon dreamers. A dragon dreamer she was a person that saved you from the doom of Valyria. And yet history repeats. So yeah, everybody's like, she says, I'm scared of the rats to Aegon because he's looking for his son. He's like, well, where's my son? I want him at the meeting. He is the heir. She said, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. So that whole scene happens. So nobody listens to Helena because Helena's like some girl or woman just running through the fields of butterflies just with like she's stupid. She's actually the smartest one on the darn show. On both sides. Hashtag protect Helena. But yeah. So then he brings his son there, and then you got the small council or whatever. So they're going over things about what they're going to do, and like Aegon's sitting there, like, and I couldn't blame. I don't really blame Aegon there. He's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Do I need to do this too? Then why do we have this council? But I'm coming from, if I was from his perspective, which is a homicidal maniac, just like his brother. But yeah. So and then he brings his son there, and then his son's playing, and he uses it as like a pushing point to the Lannisters. Like, do you want to be his steed? Is he bothering you? Because he kept grabbing their little stones that they put there. And it's the first time when you saw like Aegon, he really loves his children. He really does. And it was like kind of weird because it's like he's being like a cool dad right now, but an asshole to everybody else. And Allison comes running in after having her little thing with Sir Crispin Cole. So that whole thing, it's like, so you guys are making it so obvious now. So yeah, you have that. And then Otto stepping in, doing his thing. I can't stand Otto. I'm just gonna skip past. Everybody knows Otto. Otto's doing this. So we get past the small counts thing. He lets the sun go out, and then blah, we're done. So I did like the scene with I don't know if this before or after, with seeing like the dragon pits finally, and then you get to see the dragon tamers. That was cool. It's like a docking station, which was docking station. It looked like a bat cave with dragons, you know. So that you get to see the docking station. They go there and then they get off, and that whole and can we all agree that out of all the armor that we've seen in Game of Thrones, Daemon's armor is ridiculously dope. This may be the best medieval style armor I've ever seen. It's so dope. And when he's telling Rhaenys, like, Rhaenys, hey, yeah, so she's like, I've been patrolling 100 miles, whatever. My dragon needs food and rest. And he's like, no, me and you are going to go. Why doesn't anybody listen to Daemon either? Maybe Daemon and Helena, and it's weird with Targaryens, you know what they do. Maybe if Daemon and Helena got together, they would have been a great role. The two of them together, geez, it'd have been dope. They'd have been unbeatable. But anyway, yeah, he's telling Rhaenys, like, Rhaenys, dude, we got to go. We got to go and just do this now. And since Rhaenyra is grieving, I understand. She's out there. And Emma Darcy's amazing, and I'm going to get into her too. But yeah, so you got that, and this is an important scene because he's saying to her like, "Hey, if you would have just done that there, that's a wrap, homie. Now I'm giving you an option as a second chance to fix it. We can do this. You got Melees, I got Caraxes, the bloodworm. Let's do it. We can take Vagar out. If we take Vagar out, we can fly back and then we can just attack. Like, we don't even have to. We can lure Vagar. We can lure it out because the way Aemon One Eye, oh man, you just learn to hate this guy. He's not that little kid that was like, it's fair. I lost an eye, but I gained a dragon. That kid's gone. That innocent child's gone. Aemon is all in now. But anyway, you get that when he tells it, and she's like, she kind of brushes him off, and she's like, whatever. He's like, okay, maybe if you were the king, you could have made that decision. I see Rhaenys. I like Rhaenys, but she kind of pisses me off a little bit because she's so headstrong that she didn't get to be queen, that she wants to be half in. Like, I'm going to do it on my terms. So it's like, she's kind of like bougie, and I know her and Corlys. But anyway, you get to see like Corlys, and that was Corlys's fleet. They're building the ship, so you're getting to see his workers. That's one thing I did want to see the actual sailors and stuff, and I go with him. And Alan of Hull, and then he found the Valerian blade, the blade that was forged from Valerian, so from Luke. Oh, poor little Luke. So you get all that, and then you finally, so this is all over the place. I do apologize, but you finally get to see like Corlys has a lot of power. Like when he's walking through that like shipyard, everybody's bound to him, getting out of his way. And then Alan's sitting there like, yeah, and then he brings up, you pulled me from the river. So I don't know how they're going to spin this one, because if anybody read the books, it's going to be like kind of a spoiler alert. They were either Laenor's sons, which we all know, Laenor. Yeah, but then you had Corlys, because Corlys was out for like years sometimes at sea. Maybe those are his children, Alan and Adam Hull, but they'll come in later. I like how they showed that early, so we're wondering about the character if you never read the books or anything. So that was good, and like I don't want to skip over anything. I think So you got that right. That was a good scene to see that. So back to the greens again, and it's then you have like this scene with and damn Otto. So it's like when Aegon is trying to be good in his weird twisted way, Otto's there to be like, oh no, don't do that. We have to do that. Like when the sheep guy is like, man, he did travel all this way, and we kind of don't really need those sheep. We have the sheep and goats over here. We can take it from over here for people that are willing. And he sits there and tells him, he's like, yeah, that okay, cool, yeah, yeah. You can keep your sheep for this winter. We'll be fine. We'll probably come and ask for it next year, but yeah. And the guy's like, oh my god, and everybody's just like, oh. And then Otto steps up like an idiot because he freaking sucks. I can't wait to get rid of that dude. That's why I like how Clubfoot put it in the ear of Aegon. Like, hey man, he been king. He been handed the king way too long. You might want to try somebody else. I'm just saying. Put that little seed. Get Otto out there. But yeah, he's trying to do good things, and then he's like, no, we shouldn't do that. And then Aegon's sitting there like, we just who's gonna know really or care? He's like, you're the king. Everyone would care. No, you're stupid, Otto. That would mean that he shows mercy. And a lot of people will be like, well, maybe next time he'll show the mercy. And then he gets him back in the mode like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta listen to this guy. And then Aegon winds up doing it anyway. Listen to another, and then Otto's like rolling his eyes like, get Otto out of there. He's freaking diseased, dude. I can't stand it. And I like Reese Isons as an actor, but that's why he's so good. I can't stand him in it. Get him out of there. So then we got then we got the part about like Rhaenyra coming back, or she's there. She's by obviously Shipbreaker Bay. And she didn't go all the way to like where Baratheon Castle. Good thing she didn't, because they obviously are turncoats. But get the scene, man. Emma Darcy is so good. So good as an actress. She sold it. She was broken. When that wing came and she saw the clothing from Jace, she knew. And I like how they're saying, like, Dragon, you know? Because she wasn't playing. She's like, you in the way, you get away. You get away from that. That was my son's dragon, and that could be my son there. I don't know. So you get away. So, damn. And then you get Masari, the Grey Worm. Her French accent, or whatever accent she does. Where's she? She's from Essex. She's not from Essex. Where is she from? But anyway, her accent definitely improved. You can understand her a lot more. And then, bro, every Daemon entrance in this, wow. And then what is it, Arctic or Arctic? That scene with those two. But when he's talking to Masari, he's like, oh yeah, so lock her up as a traitor. And Damon's been calling everybody out on stuff too. Say what you want. Say what you want about Daemon. Say what you want. That's my favorite character in all of Game of Thrones. Daemon and Daemon, Blackfire Rebellion. They're gonna do that. But yeah, he's to the point. He's like, bro, this is war, guys. This is war. So what y'all want to do? If y'all want to sit back, then let me free. Let me off my chains. Let me go. But they don't want to do that. So he's got to do it this way. He's got to do all the conniving stuff. You know what I mean? And like, oh my God, Matt Smith. The awards are coming. You know it. You'll be like, oh, another one. Brush it off on the shelf. Got so many. But yeah. So he brings it, and what Masari is doing, she's like, yeah, I thought we were supposed to be something. So I know she really liked Daemon. Everybody likes Daemon. All the women like Daemon. Everybody knows that. And he gives them all these promises. And that's just Daemon's character. That's how he is. That's what makes him good. Good. He's evil, but he's good because he protects his family. he's willing to make the sacrifice, no matter what he has to use, no matter how he has to do it. He's all for it. And like, so you get all that, and then you get the scene. That was a captivating. So they're having a small council thing, you know. Daemon's there. You got all the people. You got Sir Howard Westerling was there. Arik or Eric was, you know, all of them for the small council of the blacks. And when Rhaenyra gets off that, when she's walking through and she has that hunch, boy, that hunch of like, I just want to choke somebody. Everybody, and you notice all the guards and everybody, they was just like, and the only one was Arik or Eric was calling it out, and even he didn't even move. He's like, I'm just calling out. I don't know. When she walked in there and she said, I want, they were like, oh, they're going over the plans, and she cut them off. That's the first time you've seen broken Rhaenyra. She'll never come back from that Rhaenyra that you saw, that just want to run away with Alicent. That's gone. That is gone. When she went there to that head of the table, looked at everybody, she didn't even like look at him like that. Like she had a gaze like, you look at me. I want Aemon Targaryen. And then she walked out, and then Wade Damon looked at her. He was like, and that little where she didn't want to touch heads at first, but then she did. She's like, I got to stay strong. He's like, you can be weak for a second here, but be strong afterwards. But the way Damon looked at her with that little smirk, like, it's on. And I like how they're starting to incorporate Bella and Rain, because they're going to have obviously bigger. They're going to change up from the books a little bit. They're going to have more of a father-daughter relationship with their father. You can see it because now they're all standing on his side. And then the burning of Luke's clothes, that was so sad. Oh. And then that scene with Rhaenyra and Jace it really felt like mother and son. He's trying to hold it in so bad. And you could tell he's going through it. He's trying to hold it. And she's sitting there trying to hold it in too. And then everybody leaves and goes, and, you know, and they embrace like, we never wanted this. Could have been peace. But that moment between them was that hurt seeing that, because he's trying to hold it in, telling them we have the stalks and the Riverlands and all that, and yeah, wow, dude, the acting, they know how to pick them. HBO, you know how to pick them, and these aren't your household names. They will be for the next. They're gonna do 5 seasons. Get it 5 seasons, please. 5. We can do it in 5. These episodes are long too. I like it. Episodes long, perfect. Felt like a movie. And then you get Daemon. He's got to do what he's got to do to protect the family no matter what. The white worm that thought she was useless is not going to be useless anymore. She's going to be a very important part of the war. Now you get blood and cheese. And you know what, Daemon, people didn't realize about Daemon, especially the Greens. It's unpredictable. He's organized chaos. He is a necessary evil, and he does his job well. So you thought that your gold cloaks of the City Watch that are loyal to him, he gave them the cloaks. He made them prestigious. He made them almost up to the level of the King's Guard. You think they would turn coat for you? So he goes up. We get blood and cheese. This is where it all happens. Oh, man. Get blood and cheese, right? You poke the bear will maul you eventually, right? So you get that. It pays off somebody to meet the rat catcher. The rat catcher dude was a little strange, but I guess it made sense because it worked. Because if you're catching rats all the time, you're probably in the sewers and stuff. So he knows all these like pathways and everything to go there. And it's like Daemon pays them, and he said, son for son, Aemon. Right. They want Aemon. Aemon One Eye. The Sapphire Eye. And if not, see, Daemon always has a contingency plan, doesn't he? Always. It's good at that. That contingency plan. Just in case. If we got to go there, we got to go there. You already went there. You already went there. You did. Why not? So, hey, can't get that one. Can't get A, get B. So, they go out there and they're going through all these back passageways and stuff, and nobody realizes the people that are coming through these doors. It's puzzling. Like nobody's like checking them for papers or anything. They just got to, worst security ever. By the way, a Ring doorbell could have done better. But yeah, so you're watching two of them just going through, and they get to this point when it's like, hey, are we gonna? Do you really know this place like that? And they're like, yeah, well, I'm not allowed up there. We're not allowed up there. And one dude, what is it? Blood, like, yeah, bro, or the Gold Cloak is like, oh, I love when he said, F the high towers. That was dope. It just shows how loyal they are to Damon. And it was so easy with Damon. He's like, come here. He's like, yes, my lord. yeah. He's like, yo, bro, where you been, bro? Remember all the parties and stuff, man? Come back, man. But yeah, so they're going up all these secret passageways, and then freaking Otto, yet again, because it would probably ended there, and then they could have not ended, but been lesser Dance of the Dragons. But if Otto didn't go through and Crispin, aren't you supposed to be somewhere indisposed, Crispin Cole? Breaking your oath, and you're so much of a king's guard. Jesus. I don't know who's worse, you or Jamie. At least Jamie had a freaking comeuppance. But yeah, so yeah, they were all there, and they were just a couple minutes behind. They could have had them just go there and just get Aemon, because she didn't say to kill him. She said, I want him, or unalive him. She said, I want Aemon. So we don't know what Rhaenyra would have done. But they got that, didn't he? And oh my gosh. And then I don't think he wanted to like fully do it. The Gold Cloak guy. Is he blood? I'm sorry. I got to brush up on the book a little bit. But yeah, so he sees they're setting everything up, setting up all these traps and stuff just in case, because they're going after Aemon, and then collateral damage, man. The old rat guy runs into Helena, Queen Helena. Oh my God, you poor soul. You are so innocent. I wish that's one that she would have just flown away on her dragon. Taking her kids and just flown away on the dragon, because she's so innocent. That's the only thing that I like from the Greens is her. Definitely her. But you got to see like the stakes. The stakes are set. So everybody's raising the bar here. We're all raising the bar. And it's unfortunate, but blood and cheese does happen. And I don't want to get into it. Just watch it, because it's, in a way, it's not as bad as the books, but you can feel it because you can see it now. And poor Helena just running off with her child, running to the comfort of her mother to try and tell her, like, hey, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? And the fact that she's in there with Crispin Cole, and that she had nobody watching her quarters at all. There were no guards by hers. Yeah, they were in the stair. No guards, no nothing. Because you know what the thing is, you see how she ran in that level. Queen Alicent probably told some guards to like not be in the immediate area, but around the area, just far away. I don't want people near, so she can do her thing. Way to go, mom of the year. But anyway, I just talked too much. I'm about to be at 30 minutes. I do apologize. If you made it through this whole video, thank you. Thank you. I had so much to say. I should probably broken up in two. I do apologize. But I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. This show is amazing. I'm dropping episodes every time. I'm going to start doing breakdowns. I'm going to start doing more. I got to touch up on the books again, and I'm going to be doing more because I'm pretty sure they're going to do Aegon's Conquest, probably Nymeria. We got Duncan Egg going, so this is going to be on and popping. But yeah, this is so many more episodes to go. But thank you for watching, and I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe, and I do mean everyone.